thing which is not dreamt before, and take some chance, some risk. Are you prepared for life? We have to be adaptive. We should have 20 to 30% new gen faculty. I am demanding for myself first. Think differently, out of box. Data science became more relevant in last 1 decade. Think which is not done before. Sometimes the curriculum lags behind. I am having the same energy and same zeal which was there in me 35 years ago.
Firstly, sir, thank you so much for inviting us here today. It was a great pleasure कि मैं दिल्ली के एक टॉप बी स्कूल में आ पाया हूँ and looking at your experience, looking at your consistency, I am amazed क्योंकि मुझे अभी बस 5 साल हुए हैं into the corporate world and मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि यार this is enough,
Too much.
हो गया है, too much हो गया है. And one pattern I noticed was कि these days our young generation, we are into zigzag way of handling corporate. हर 1-2 साल में switch कर रहे हैं so that हमारे CTCs बढ़ते रहें. But you have been a person जो constantly पूरा value chain समझता है. While you were working in HP, you were there for about 19 years.
Yes.
That is a huge number. Then you came to LBSIM. It's been 16 years now. In this era of navigating zigzagly through the corporate world, what is this pattern that you have and how has it been fruitful for you and your career? इस चीज से students क्या सीख सकते हैं?
You see, let me not negate the modern life and the pattern the young generation follow. These so-called zigzag and changing, say, employment after every 2 years. This is also a need of the hour in today's world. And of course, it gives a wider opportunity to students. You know, few years ago, a student, when he joins a particular industry, then it was very difficult after 4-5 years to move to other industry. So a person with FMCG, person with durables, person with automobile, he or she gets identified with that, which a new generation person doesn't want. And I feel it is not ideal also.
Right.
So in a way, say, across movement, this kind of thing also helps one in terms of, as you mentioned, CTC and all. Second is gives more opportunity and fair to a person. He can apply. In fact, if you talk about marketing, you can apply your knowledge in FMCG and later on you can move to durables.
Correct.
If you understand the fundamentals correctly, I think you can work. So in my case, I feel I may be belonging to a previous era. So where a person gives more, say, weightage to stability. And secondly, if you are enjoying your work, I think there is no harm in sticking.
Right, right. Before you started your corporate journey, आपने UPSC के लिए भी attempt दिया है?
Yes.
What was that story? If you could
I appreciate your research, I'll say. Yes, like any Delhi University and JNU postgraduate, I think one of the key aspiration in that time was UPSC. And I sometimes mention, if you see my journey, many times I had reached to the last, you can say, pedestal. And from there but my motto is never to get disheartened from any kind of. So my ability to bounce back. In fact, I share this with my MBA student, the resilience, and that is the need of art, and that is the need of any era. If you're resilient, you have the ability to bounce back and think new. Whatever happened is happened. What is our learning from that?
Correct. मैं आपकी उस जर्नी में थोड़ा सा और जाना चाहता हूँ. When was this period? कब आप UPSC के लिए preparation कर रहे थे?
This was 88 to 90.
Okay. And I think you cleared in first attempt. आप interview तक पहुँच गए थे.
I cleared in first attempt.
That is
reached up
commendable.
It is, yes, quite creditable. In fact, that defeat did not dishearten me, rather made me more strong.
But कुछ तो उस वक्त आपको लगा ही होगा, of course, थोड़ा.
Yes, I revisited what happened because I feel I did not perform so well in the interview. So maybe I missed the merit by a few marks. I revisited and then I worked on those areas. I'll not say weakness; those were the areas of concern. And I think in future, I did very well in those areas. So
Okay.
we have to
Okay.
learn from our shortcomings. That's all.
After that journey, फिर आपने क्या करा?
Then I thought, because the second best alternative after missing out, say, to being a civil servant, I think I tried some of the PSU examinations, and I got successful in many of them, including ONGC and
You were
3 or 4 leading banks, including SBI. Then I chose Hindustan Petroleum. Once I did join, I felt it's a fairly good company, and I was really impressed by the value system and the work culture. And in fact, what I am today is largely because of HP.
You know what, guys? So it's Sir's modesty कि वो अपने achievements इतने ज़्यादा बता नहीं रहे हैं, but he has been a UPSC aspirant, got into the interview in the first attempt, did his MBA from FMS, worked for HP for 19 years, is working for LBSIM for 16 years. That is a huge experience जो शायद आप और हम नहीं कर पाएंगे उतना. But see the kind of person I'm sitting with right now, and I think हमें भी हम सबको यही achieve करना है जितने भी हम MBA grads हैं या फिर even all the engineers as well. Now moving on from your UPSC and PSU journey, FMS, how did FMS happen to you? MBA करने का आपका मन था, and what was your journey like? आपने admission process वगैरह को कैसे देखा था उस time पे? How was it different to today?
Yes, it was tough at that point of time and even tougher today. Things remain same. If you're, say, regular and you can say you revise the concepts regular, go back to fundamental what you have learned in either at 11th and 12th class in the undergrad. I think this will help in cracking and doing well in any exam. I think the regularity and systematic approach is more important.
FMS is one of those colleges जो शायद सबसे अच्छा ROI देता है.
Yes.
Because we are Indians, हम ROI देखते ही देखते हैं. And I think it's a wrong perception as well, but it is common कि हर student ROI calculate करने लगता है 1 साल के अंदर या 1.5 साल के अंदर. Now, how do you take ROI for an MBA institute like yours? या क्या स्टूडेंट को एक्चुअली आरओआई कैलकुलेट करना भी चाहिए कि नहीं?
You see, if we redefine R and I think the concept will change. We feel R means CTC, the package we get, and I means the money fee paid into that. I think it's not like this. I should be the hard work, apart from money, hard work, the time you have given, and the energy and the focus you give. That is also your investment. And this learning is not for immediate return. That is the CTC after coming out.
Right.
What you have been before joining MBA and what you become after with a grilling curriculum and a very fast-paced curriculum. What kind of person you become after 2 years? And are you prepared for life or are you preparing yourself for the first job? I think that difference we have to keep in mind. You see, older values like say, which we call as values of this institute as well, commitment, hard work, sincerity, integrity, ethical approach, collaborative approach. These are appreciated by all corporates in today's world. And in fact, corporates are rather searching for more about attitude rather than the aptitude. So I think if you can inculcate these values into you, and if they become part of your life, that is most important. Similarly, critical thinking and can you have the holistic approach? Can you have the collaborative approach? Are you a good team player? I think these qualities are equally important. So, you have to redefine.
Okay, all right. That's a good note. I think we all should take, at least all the young generation. And ये शास्त्री जी का lineage जो follow हो रहा है LBSIM में, the legacy is huge. The institute got situated in 1995. What are you actually giving back to the students? शास्त्री जी के क्या values आप दे रहे हो? If you can throw some light there.
You see, of course, around 60 years have gone since we missed Shastri ji. Left us in 1966. But few things remain. Even his say motto, Jai Jawan and Jai Kisan, is relevant even today.
Yeah.
If you see the modern geopolitics, on what grounds these things are happening, whether two active wars which are happening. These are happening for few things. One is the energy security, maybe security in terms of rare earth minerals, which will be very important for future manufacturing. So fundamentals remain same. You have to have paramount focus on national safety, border safety, and second is the food safety. We are a country of 1.4
Right.
billion people. So I think his vision, his value system are still relevant.
Right.
And these are very much appreciated by the industry. And once we focus that these value systems should be imbibed, accepted, and practiced by our students, I think our students will be producing better results after joining industry.
True. Correct. Now, the moment you joined LBSIM, and you have taken LBSIM through a very transformative journey.
Yes.
आपने बहुत सारी चीज़ें नए courses launch करे
Yes.
and newer methods of teaching as well. Now, if I have to ask you in just one sentence, what are the biggest, foremost important things for you for LBSIM now or in the next 5 years? आपके लिए क्या सबसे ज़्यादा important है? And how was this transformative journey for you?
I think we have to be adaptive, and we are adaptive. You see, so much change are happening in industry. So expectations of industry is huge. Say, role of data science, role of technology, role of business analytics, data analytics, even artificial intelligence. These things are going to remain in next few decades. So what we have to do, we have to, instead of getting threatened by AI or any other new technology, we have to see what merits and demerits it brings, what benefits it brings, and how can we cope up our preparation, how can we cope up in terms of our, you can say, changed curriculum, how can we embed these things into our curriculum. So we have to be very swift, agile, and then we have to be very adaptive.
आप adaptiveness की बात कर रहे हो.
Yes.
Now, my key concern over here is faculty members को आप कैसे adaptive कर रहे हो in सारे situations के around. How are they being relevant
Yes.
in the modern day?
There is a mixed bag strategy. Number one,
Okay.
say we should have 20 to 30% new gen faculty in
Okay.
our
Okay.
group.
All right.
So that is the way we are bringing new talent every 2 years and all. So inducting new faculty who are trained for the modern platforms, number one. Then reskilling of our existing faculty, conducting and scheduling large number of faculty development programs, encouraging our faculty to go for online certification program, and going to maybe IITs and IIMs for getting acquainted with the new platforms. So this is the way, a collaborative approach, and plus we are giving chance to faculty to visit to any of the research conferences, both in India and abroad,
Okay.
to go for short courses. I am very particular about encouraging them doing short courses.
Okay. Okay.
So this is the way we are keeping the whole set of faculty agile and industry relevant.
Correct. The moment you joined, I think there was only one program that was running, PGDM General.
PGDM Finance has just started because when I joined, it was 1 year old.
अच्छा. फिर आपके आने के बाद 3-4 नए programs आए. Why was it necessary? Why was a program in AI and data science necessary? Just because these are upcoming trends, तो हमने involve करें, या do you have a straight up vision for it?
No, I personally feel as data science became more relevant in last 1 decade, there was absolutely need to have data science as one of the focused program. And there are two different approaches. There is one person who is coming from, say, BTech and MTech route and learning industry.
Right,
The other
right.
person who is coming from MBA route. As a manager, you may not be having those insights which a typical BTech and MTech candidate is carrying.
Correct.
But then you should have that acumen that how better understanding of data will help me in my task. So as a manager, if you are more aware about the data science, I think it always helps. Because then you have the finger across the right points from where you can take the business decisions. So that is one part. And second is AI. And of course, and in fact, what is our endeavor? AI and relevant things like deep learning and machine learning.
Right.
Can we have little bit of that in every program? It's not only limited to PGDM, AI and this.
Okay. आजकल स्टूडेंट्स बहुत ज़्यादा ग्लोबल एक्सपोजर भी मांगते हैं, डिमांड करते हैं एटलीस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ इट. डू यू हैव सम सिमिलर प्रोग्राम्स और integrations with some of the universities outside?
Last 3 years, we have started, you can say, approaching different universities across different nations. At the moment, we are focusing Middle East and the East Asian nations.
Okay.
But later on, we will spread beyond that also.
Okay.
At the moment, it is not a term exchange. It is just a visit to the institute for 10 to 15 days. So it's an international immersion. But our vision is very soon we wish to have student exchange, collaborative research, faculty exchange, and then maybe trimestral exchange, the credit transfers.
Correct. Okay, so we were having a conversation from one of the students from LBSIM. The student mentioned कि at least हर batch में 10 से 15% बच्चों का PPO लग ही जाता है in companies like KPMG, Deloitte, and so on and so forth. Has that number increased in a year?
We have, say, grown in terms of batch size also in last 5-6 years. So the actual number of PPOs have increased. But if you go by percentage wise, it may be static or
Similar.
My wish is that yes, whatever is the PPO numbers we are achieving, it should double in next 1-2 years. I think the biggest challenge here is at times students do not understand the vital importance of a summer internship.
Okay.
They commit.
They take it lightly.
They take it lightly. In fact, at every meeting, at every forum, whatever opportunity I get, I exhort the students to focus on summer internships for two reasons. One is, of course, one wide focus is on PPO. Second is you will learn more, your confidence will grow, and your, you can say, much intensive summer internship will help them in their final placements also because your confidence level grow.
Okay, all right. Now, you being the director of the school, you of course have some responsibilities towards your students, your faculty. But that being said, do you also have a business or an entrepreneurial responsibility towards the system?
Absolutely, because every director, I'll say first of all, he is the leader, and he is responsible to students, to faculty, to society, and to management. So, in terms of my responsibility or any institute's director's responsibility to the management is not only in terms of revenue and you can say return earnings. It's not that only. Are we keeping our focus on future? What changes are taking place in society and what changes are taking place in industry? Are we ready for that? Whether it is in terms of introducing new courses or whether it is getting more connected with industry or involving our alumni more and more or encouraging our students to become an entrepreneur, which is the buzzword today. So I think I'm working in all 3 or 4 directions to be creative.
What will you say about yourself? Are you an entrepreneurial employee?
I was an enterprising person, thinking creatively, create something new, think differently, out of box, think which is not done before, think which is not dreamt before. This is my habit. In fact, I keep on doing it and take some chance, some risk.
What is the need of increasing your batch size? जैसा आपने बताया पिछले 5 सालों में हमने थोड़ा बैच साइज अपना बढ़ाया है.
We are very.
What is the actual purpose behind it?
Purpose was that to be able to introduce new program. That was the only idea.
Okay.
And maybe as an institute, if we can cater to slightly larger batch, I'm using the word slightly. We are not too much ambitious and compromising on quality in terms of whether it is teaching, learning, or placements.
Right.
Some institutes have done it, but we have not.
I think any which ways, I think your placements are very good.
Yes.
The kind of tuition fee that you are taking and the average placement that you are giving, it's at par in the
Yes.
first year, which is a very good thing. And that too being in Delhi,
Delhi.
being so approachable to the students, आपके placement numbers अच्छे हैं. I think I've read the placement data as well. DShaw comes into your campus and finance roles के लिए वही सबसे ज़्यादा CTC देती है. Now, why is only finance getting a good package? Why not other streams or other courses can aim for it? Or if they're aiming for it, what is the plan for you in the next 3, 4 years, 5 years?
No, I think if you allow me to say so, say 15 years or 12 years ago, there was a trend in the market that
Okay.
there was a buzz in more in finance and these kind of fields. That is why maybe PGDM finance students started drawing higher salary. But same now we are seeing in data science also. In fact, in last few the students from research and business analytics, they are performing much better than other programs as compared to in terms of placements and that.
Because you have done your MBA from XMS. But अगर आज के दौर में आपको फिर से अपना MBA pursue करना from one of the colleges, आपका approach क्या होता? How would have you approached the upcoming CAT exam that is out there?
First of all, I think one has to be very clear. What is my purpose of doing CAT? Am I serious? Am I not serious? Because in India, any exam, maybe 50% of the candidates are focused, clear about their doubt. And do you assess your capability? So you have to get self-assessment also. But after saying so, I think student should not get disturbed or let's say misaligned by too much of information. These days, if one hazard is that is too much of information is available full net. So person should have confidence in said professor and then work on the fundamentals. What are those fundamentals? Say do some practice of mathematics, then the language, then the mathematical LR. So any work on basics. That is very
In the ecosystem of management, there are so many B schools present across India and even around you. Here in NCR only, बहुत सारे अच्छे अच्छे B schools आ गए हैं. How are you gonna strengthen your positioning within the MBA ecosystem? What do you have in mind?
You see, 2 or 3 pronged strategy we are adopting. Number one, say getting right set of faculty, inducting faculty with new set of skills who bring new domains of knowledge with them. Number two, keeping our curriculum and the other elements like softwares and e-learning resources absolutely updated so that students are benefited in that manner. We even faculty are benefited in terms of research and publication. That is number two. Third is the corporate interface. In fact, we are having edge over many of the institutes who are from say, outside Delhi. That we are in Delhi, which is a hub of corporate also. So we have increased, you can say, the corporate interface, connect with them. They come for doing some programs, workshop, even short certificate program. And then fourth strategy is the MOU with the relevant business partners. Very recently, only this week, we have signed an MOU with NASCOM.
Oh, very nice.
So purpose is that whatever is the technology platform which is coming and which is actually originated in industry rather than the academy.
Okay.
So cutting edge, you can say, that we are offering to our students. And then another element which we have emphasized in last 5 to 6 years is the experiential learning. Because NEP also talks about, which is a thrust area for AICT also. So more than 15% of our curriculum is delivered beyond the classroom. So students are bound to visit to rural area for 10 days.
All the immersions that you have.
All the emotions.
Perfect, perfect. That's very nice. And we are about to conclude the interview. However, before I leave you, there are some tips and tricks that I would want from your end coming for the students. There are a lot of students who are going to be appearing for CAT exam. Do you have any 2-3 key advices for them? Ki, okay, do this in your exam, or this is how you should prepare yourself for the upcoming CAT exam.
As I mentioned in the interview also, you see, they have to revisit the fundamentals. For cracking the CAT, I think that is the what if they have to. And second stage is after CAT, they have to prepare for GD and PA. So in GD and PA also, the different kind of advice will work. There they have to be more thorough in terms of reading a regular newspaper and a business newspaper. And third advice is be truthful and be yourself. Any kind of you can say outside facade will be easily noticed in the interview.
Right.
And I think this advice I give for them for life. You go to industry, you go to anywhere else. If you are the true person, there's nothing like it.
Okay, perfect. In just one sentence, can you tell me ki why should a student join LBSIM and not some other B schools that are present around the area of Delhi NCR?
I think the biggest advantage is you are in Delhi, the kind of exposure you get and the kind of exposure LBS gives. You see, we proudly say we are a student-driven institution.
Right.
We mean it. Right from day one, when the student enters, there are so many activities which gives ample opportunity for a person to perform, to grow, to learn, to become a leader, to improve himself in terms of communication, in terms of connect, in terms of networking. So I think this entire student life for these 2 years are going to or prepare you for life. So come here for preparing for life.
Perfect, perfect. I think that was it from our side. Students, you will be appearing for CAT. आपके अगर 99 percentile नहीं आ रहे हैं, that's not end of the world. There are many good colleges present in and around you. I spent the whole day here inside the campus, talked to a lot of students, met a lot of faculties, talked to sir as well. And trust me, the environment that's around here, the learning curve that these people are giving to the students, it's pretty much commendable for the price you're gonna pay. Don't think about ROI, and even if you think about ROI, बढ़िया है वो. I will see you in the next video. Do like, share and subscribe. That's it from Collegedunia. Bye.